Alright, so I'm on my way to the store now. And I'm getting some reading glasses because I ended up having to give up some reading glasses I bought for myself a while back. I bought myself a pair. I bought her a pair because her prescriptions, for whatever reason, she just didn't want to wear them. I don't know why. She said they were big. Like, the frame, I guess, she said that was big. I don't know what that has to do with anything. But so she didn't wear them, and she kept, watching TV, going on her tablet, playing games for hours on end, no glasses. Kept having to borrow the ones I purchased for myself, so I bought her a pair. And she turns around and she breaks them, fall on the floor, the frame cracked in, the lens falls out, so glued it back, shaved it down. I used to, when I was going to Interboro in Brooklyn, side note, I used to study for just a short amount of time. I would say maybe about 3 months, obstetrician, so I was going to become an obstetrician, I should say. So anyway, whatever, that's beside the point. So I know a little something about curving the lens. It's not liquid that you put in the lens, it's a curvature of the lens to give it its magnification. Anyway, so I fix her glasses. I give them back to her. She gives me back the ones that she had borrowed of mine. And then she turns around and she breaks them a second time. And this time it wasn't how I glued it or the frame. She somehow says the screw got loose and she misplaced it. Now, when I gave it back to her, the screw was tight. Excuse me. The screw was tight in it, so I don't know how she did that. And it wasn't but like a week later that she needed to have my glasses again. And she's had them ever since. Like, I can't go get a prescription. She has Aetna, $11.99. Some military type of medical insurance. Since my father passed, she gets that. I have no insurance, so I can't go out and get any glasses. She has a prescription there that she's just choosing not to wear, so I have to give up my stuff. And you would think she'd be like, no, don't give that up, or here, take some money and go get some new ones. I have to come and ask, hey, can I get some money to go get me some new glasses? Since I had to give you mine. You know what I'm saying? So, it's this kind of stuff that, it's just a lack of concern for anybody else. That's all part of a narcissistic mindset. Where what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. Or whatever you have, I need to have it too, even if I have more than enough. Yeah. That's the competition thing. But that's for another date. So that's what I'm going to the store to get right now. Is a pair of reading glasses so I can see my paperwork that I have to fill out and read stuff that's on my phone that they send to my email from these representatives that I have. And the names of the representative I went with is called QuickAid. And so far they've already made 3 mistakes on paperwork that I've sent to them. Social Security Administration got the filled out paperwork from them that I submitted to them. And what I mean by that is electronically through email. I filled out their questionnaire, sent it to them. They took down the information and sent that on to Social Security Administration, informing them that they are now representing me, or one specific person is representing me in my case. So when SSA gets that, they send you a copy of what was sent to them, asking you to go over it, check it, make sure everything's good. If there's anything that needs to be changed, change it, initial it, fill out the forms that they sent themselves from Social Security Administration, and send it back. Well, when I got the paperwork and I went over it, there were already 3 mistakes. And because of that, I have to think to myself, you just started doing this work. The answers were given to you that you could have double checked, triple checked, because it was right in front of you. I know, because I'm the one who filled it out and I have a copy of my answers and the whole questionnaire, basically. So how do you get anything wrong on the paperwork that you send to Social Security Administration? And with that, there also is a fact that they had down the mailing address incorrect. And so I changed it. They claimed that they had it right once they seen the change. And they themselves have to send me a questionnaire that's from them that I need to sign off on with my Jane Hancock. Unfortunately, it's not arrived. And when I told them it didn't arrive because they had the wrong address the first time, when they saw the correct address, they claimed that they had the right address and that the paperwork would be to me within a week. And then they kept hitting me up on my email saying, please fill out the questionnaire and send it to us. Please send us the questionnaire. After you fill it out and send it to us. These are different, of course, the way I'm saying it is because they're different emails from, mind you, not my rep, but the team. And they just keep sending them, and I keep informing them I didn't get the questionnaire yet. I haven't gotten the questionnaire. The questionnaire hasn't come. I haven't gotten the questionnaire. What's going on? So I'm constantly saying it, and they're just constantly saying, fill it out and send it back. Then, not only did they not send the questionnaire, then I'm wondering why I was told that my rep is one particular person, but these messages are coming from different people, which is going to cause a whole lot of confusion in the first place. So that's what's going on with that. With the Medicaid, I just filled out the application online, submitted it, and I'm just waiting. They didn't even give me a submitted email that they received the application. But when I go to their website and go to the portal, it states that they did, I guess it was submitted or whatever. They didn't say that if it's processed or not. I haven't even actually went back and looked to see if it's processed or not. But they did say that, yeah, we received it, it's been submitted, whatever. But they're supposed to send you a confirmation email letting you know, yeah, we got it, and, you'll be hearing from us. But I'm just going to wait to see if something's going to come in the mail instead of them doing it by email. Because they constantly keep on denying me based on where they believe I reside in a home. And I'm like, nah, y'all don't get it. You don't get it. You really don't get it. People aren't always homeless only because they're outside, sleeping on the street or sleeping at a bus station or sleeping at some kind of terminal. When I was in New York City, trust me, I know all kinds of different homeless nest type situations. When I was in a shelter, they still considered that homeless, but I did have a roof over my head. I had a kitchen to cook food in. I had a bed to sleep in, but they still considered that being homeless because it was not my domicile. So if you're squatting in somebody's spot, which is something that I said, I have no problem doing. If push comes to shove, I got to come all the way up out of a really harsh place with my tent and dwell somewhere else. I'm going to show you what my mindset is. Since I'm out here, I'm just going to show you something really quick. And I'm not suggesting that anybody do any of these things, which is the reason why I'm just going to bypass this thing really quick. Not bypass it, but pass by it really quick and just show you guys something specifically that I've thought of doing many a time. New York, it was much easier. If I was homeless in New York, and I had been, I slept at a ferry terminal. I slept at the bus station, the Greyhound bus station. I slept at a regular Amtrak subway type bus station, train station, that type of thing. So anyway, these are being built. 1, 2, 3 in a row. You see that the garage parts are open and inside the whole thing is open. In the middle of the night, late, if I was to come out here with my tent on my back, come up inside of one of these places, pitch my tent, come out in the morning from the back, not come out in the front because there's inhabitants. That's all I'm gonna do is wave it like this really fast. I don't want y'all seeing people's personal business. I don't want to get myself in any kind of trouble. Anyway, so you understand? Take the middle one and just chill in it. It's more closed off. You see? Go in straight through the front. There's no door on there or anything. Like I said, it would have to be done really late at night. Just for somewhere to sleep for the night comfortably, especially if it's raining out. You know what I'm saying? Pack up the tent in the morning and bounce. But what I was saying about New York, in New York, man, you could just be inside of a place. There's people walking back and forth. You were a little more safe and, apt to have some sort of protection based on the fact that somebody's not going to just snatch you out of a terminal filled with people. And even in a specific ferry terminal, basically, they had a police precinct inside on the Staten Island side. And therefore, if you were just right there by the police precinct in the front, pretty much okay. But the only downside to that part was when they used to have to do something called a sweep, a bomb sweep, and everybody had to leave out of the terminal. It could be snow and blizzard outside, raining cats and dogs, as they say, outside, and you still had to go. So that was like the downfall about that, But other than that, man, and this is the back. You see? They're about to put another one up soon. And another one next to that. They got 2 lots they're getting ready to work on. That one already got the poles or the pipes and whatever that you can see, the white pipes. And this one, as you can clearly see, is just mapped out with sticks, the land where they're going to start building and everything. So there'll be 5 houses there all together. And yeah, so anyway, They got another one here across the street. And the one that I favor the most, if I was to go into a situation like that, it wouldn't be with something like this because it has no roof on it yet. And that kind of defeats the purpose, right? You're trying to stay out of the cold, wind, and all that. And then you also only have a temporary amount of time that you'll be doing it, you know? Simply because they're working on it and they're fixing it and it's going to be inhabited at some point. You know, somebody's going to live there, or the workers are constantly going to be there. So you'd have to constantly keep finding different places that are being built that have the roof on it. And I know further up here, I'll show you, there's another place that actually does have a roof on it. It's almost completely done. But it's still opened up on the inside because that part's not done. And I'm not quite sure whether or not it's something that you can actually walk through the door. Because I think that they have the front door already on and the windows up. Or the windows in, I should say. Feel like I got a piece of hair in my eye. Sorry about that. But yeah, so anyway. That's just basically, like I said, sometimes my mindset to make these people understand the desperation that I am in for medical attention and psychiatric attention, so that I can better myself in some kind of way. Coming up on 49 this year, October 9th is my birthday, Libra. Yep. What's up, Libra gang? But yeah, you know, it's coming up soon enough. These months go by. We're almost already in the middle of this year. We just got here. You know what I'm saying? We already almost to June. What's this? April's about to end. May, June. You know what I'm saying? Half the whole year's gone. So it don't take long. It don't take long at all. And so, you know, in dealing with that, coming up on 49, 1 year away from being 50, man, it doesn't seem right for me because I have not lived a happy life. Trust me, I know. There's other people out there. The thing about that is I can't stand when people say, you know, there's other people out there who had it worse off than you. At least you're living inside of a house. At least you got food to eat. At least you got this. If you're physically ill, mentally ill, and the inhabitants that you're residing with, or even dwelling with, because you're not residing with them, really. You're just there. Just like I had to explain, this is not family, these are relatives. There's a difference. And so anyway, if you're going through turmoil the entire time you're anywhere you are, because people are making your life a miserable hell, trust me, the option of being outdoors, like I said, I've been there, done that, weighs way more to me on the positive side to a certain extent. If I was in New York, I wouldn't care. It's being out here where streets are desolate, people mind their business, nobody pays attention to seeing what's going on with somebody else. Somebody can get snatched up and be missing, and oh, well, they were on their way to school. How the hell did you snatch up a child on their way to school? Because there's nobody else on the streets. There's too many woods. Somebody was in him. Their car was on the other side. They ran, grabbed the child, ran back through the woods, threw the child in their car and took off. That's how. You don't really see too much of children, not to say that doesn't happen, but children literally being snatched up off the streets in Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Bronx, Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Not, like I said, once again, not that people don't go missing in those states. It's just not usual as much as is usual in these rural type areas. All right, this right here was what I was going to show you. See that space in between there? That's an open space, so tent can go in there. You see? But it says caution. Go toward this area, do not disturb. And then you have, of course, the sale sign here. But it's that open space. If you're not a scared person, sorry, if you're not a scary person, pitch a tent. You see? You're inside of something. Now, I wouldn't do it like this because you see that's a whole bunch of open field. You gotta be somewhere where you're more closed off. And we're coming up on the house I was talking about. That's a lot more secluded, and there's a reason I'm gonna say that it's a lot more secluded. Clearly, that's a very thick forest of trees and bushes and things that you really wouldn't want to penetrate into, because that's really like probably snake ridden like nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? But the plus side to that being there is that house over there across the street that has full opening, like you've seen with the other houses. Roof on the top there. Nobody living next door. And of course, nobody living across the street. And then, as we continue a little further across the street here, and there go the sheriff's car down there. So the sheriff lives down that way. That boat that has the tarp on it, that's the sheriff's house, I suppose. All right, anyway, I wouldn't know. So as you see here, and then in back of it, even though there's a house, there's a whole bunch of area that's kind of wooded, and a little ravine that it dips down into. And so that's how that works. You know? Let me look and see where we're at, because I don't want to go too far. We'll get to 25 and I'll stop here. So yeah, you know. And this is funny too, because as you see over there, well, I don't know if you can see it. Over here it's called Tulip Park. Right? You see that? Do you see a park? You see any park? It clearly says Tulip Park. Right? But if you go literally across the street, which I'm going to do, and this is the ravine I'm talking about, so you see how this is? Squatting there for a little hot second. This is Crane Landing. Crane Landing. That's what I said, man. I don't like this state too tough. Honestly, I don't. There's a lot of reasons for me not to like this state. Lots of reasons. But anyway, I'm going to continue on and record a little bit more on the way back, I suppose. So I'm going to pause it here. If I can see. was, but don't want to press the off button. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. You know, I decided that I'm going to continue with this video. Wow, they still have that porta potty opened up down here. That's disgusting. This is another one that's almost done. You wouldn't be able to get inside there. The door is already on. But yeah, man, lots and lots and lots of houses are going up over here. What I was gonna say was, I've decided to just continue on recording until basically I get very, very close to the store. Because I'm not gonna record on the way back. I don't think. I'm not absolutely positive that I'm not going to. Yeah, you see how this is open? I'm not going to show you guys on the inside because that's disgusting. But yeah, you see, that's how they're working on that. Yeah, man, that's crazy. There goes another sheriff's truck. Anyways. Yeah. Martin County Sheriff. That's so funny to me when they say sheriffs. I always think of Mayberry when I hear that. I still call them cops or police. Well, I'm gonna go get the sheriff. Wild, Wild West, eh? That's what it seems like, feels like, sounds like to me. Wild, Wild West. So... I'm almost to the store. It's not far. I would have been down here and already back if I was on my bike. And that's with all the shopping or anything that I would have had to do over here and everything. I'd have already been back. But I am walking kind of slow and, you know, just taking my leisure time. And I did stop to go down a little ways to show y'all those three houses and cross the street to show you another place. But technically, I would be at the store right now if I didn't do those other things. And if I wasn't recording and I was actually walking at a regular pace for myself. But, being that when I was riding the bike, my legs got more used to doing that than actually walking, that my calves tend to knot up. And in the front part, I don't know what that's called. Oh, the shin. Or the side of the shin. On my right side, well, sometimes it happens on the left too, but mostly on the right side, always tries to cramp up. Always tries to cramp up on me. I noticed that if I ride my bike, when I get down to the store and I get off, my legs are so wobbly. They are so wobbly, like they are the most exhausted. And it makes no sense because you would think to yourself, how often do you ride your bike? Often? How often were you walking? And how far were you walking before you started riding the bike? Miles? So why are my legs so tired? And they used to be the strongest part of my body almost all my life. So, I mean, that was my thing to do in New York. In the Bronx especially. Not in the Bronx, sorry, in Queens especially at night. Well, every borough. I'm not even gonna say just there. The only place I probably didn't do that much walking at night was in Staten Island, because there was a corner store like not far from, like literally right down the hill, so you didn't have to go far at all. It was like maybe 5 minutes. But as far as like with walking long distances, when I was in Queens, walk around on Jamaica Ave for like I don't know how long in the night. Same thing when I was in Brooklyn. Oh, definitely when I was in Brooklyn. I was out at night just chilling in the park or whatever. And when we first got to Staten Island, way back when I was still staying with my mom and I was like 17, around in there, before I got pregnant with my son, my first baby, there was a park literally across the street from where we had lived. And I used to just chill in that park, just sitting there on the benches. And later on, ended up back in that area again, Stapleton. And over by Victory Boulevard. All these different places, man. Just be chilling. I don't like out here. I don't like the seclusion of out here. But anyway, I'm going to end this because I'm at 31 now. And I'm here. Dollar General. Alright, so next video will be when I'm putting the tent up back in the backyard again. That's a cartoon for kids, Backyardigans. Alright, anyway. Catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks. Like, share, subscribe if you're feeling this. You'll see more. Later.